Prime say they looking for them
smart, tough,
discipline young
discipline men with character. Smart, tough,
discipline young men with character. For the one time,
Shout out to my dog Country Tone for that buffalo sauce. We're gonna bring that back later on in the show. Let me know what y'all listening to, what you got going on, what you fake caring about, where you're checking in from. This is the biggest dog Chico to the sea and the place to be, coming to you live and direct from the middle of the ocean. You feel me? We're gonna do a little bit of reactions today. Y'all stay tuned for that. All right, coming up next right here, we're going to go straight to some Colorado Buffaloes football, man. Y'all know how I do it. I like to do the reactions the way that I do them and the way that I do it. So we're going to bring it to you. Make sure you get, in the meantime, and go check out the website, unclechico.myshopify.com, and make sure you get you some. Got today's takes with Big Dog Chico right here. I'm going to put this on the screen, though, and let y'all go there and get y'all some right now. Just gonna pause it right there for a second. But let's get ready to go into the practice session from the Buffs. All right. Make sure we get that to you guys in the way that we do it. Shout out to everybody in the chat already. Keisha said breaking news. Yes, there is breaking news. I'll do that by the end of the show. You know what I mean? What we fake caring about. Oh, now Miss Dawn Duncan. Shout out to Derek. And also Taj Webster up in here and everybody else checking in. Keisha, I appreciate you. All right. Yes, we're going to do the reactions first. Some of y'all might already know the news, but, we'll do reactions first. All right. Let's get into the practice. Shout out to Reach the People Media. Shout out to Well Off Media. All right. Shout out to the Pregame Network. Here we go with some practice footage right here. Y'all can also check that out online right now, too. But here we go. Y'all know how I do it. I talk through it. You know what I mean? Caden Salter right here. Got Coach Shermer watching these guys as they practice. Of course, you go to Coach Prime. This is what I wanted to see right here, man. You got Juju Lewis back there. You got DK Taylor back there. Like big Yaya right here. Okay, I see you, Yaya. Like you going with the twos. If Jules out there, you can always tell like what group is out there usually if you look at the quarterback. So with Jew is out there, usually I think Jew is going with the twos unless he's been rotating with the ones also. But if you can see him right here and with the two offensive line, shout out to Big Yaya. Bam, strike thrown right there by Jew Lewis. Number 4, Marion Miller. So that could be the first team too now. But you got a lot of guys rotating based off what the coaches said that we're going to be rotating guys all the way probably up till mid of game week, Appreciate you, Elanissa. Said it was a great interview. Talking about with AD Rick George. Yes, how are you feeling about the interview with AD Rick George? I'll talk about that in a minute too, Miss Dawn Duncan. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for asking. I'm here working but listening. For show, Southfield, Michigan in the building. All right. What's the word breaking news? Stay tuned. Stay damn tuned. All right. Q for 6, going for 6 right here. He's going to be a weapon. That man came off the end unblocked right there, though. Woo. That Big London right there, Big London Mary, you don't want him hitting you from the backside like Paul. You don't want him hitting you like that without you looking. That'll be a big-time lick. I bet y'all get y'all some Prime socks from Prime, DeionSanders21.com. DeionSanders21.com. Here's the shot right here with Big Jordan Seaton running down the field right there. My gosh, look at him. Coach Prime said look like he a top 5 pick, top 5-ish is what he said. But here he is leading the way for the fire hydrant, the bowling ball, Michael Welch getting deep down the field. Run through like that again, I'm gonna give you the ball. Jordan must have pulled around on this to end up all the way on that right side. Like, you hear me? He must have pulled to see him all the way on that right side like that, knowing that he's lining up as left tackle. I doubt if they're playing him at another position. Look like he's pulling right. Ooh, got a left tackle pull. Nice. Make sure you use those big athletic offensive linemen. It look like what Coach Shermer is doing this year. If you pulling Jordan around, you're going to block down with the big Larry Johnson right there, big heavy-handed mauler. Kick out with the tight end H-back right there on Keaton Wade right here. You hook the D tackle right there. Good job by the offensive guard to get Big Barnes right there. The misdirection holds the linebacker 42 right here, Jeremiah Brown. And there's Big Larry, bam, to seal him. Boom, getting through there. Here comes Big Jordan, cleaning up anything that's there. Didn't see anything. Do not look back. Do not go back to block either. You just keep going forward. That's why y'all see Jordan running right here. He's not going to stop and go and block the guy behind him. He's going to look forward for anybody in front of him because the guy behind him shouldn't be able to catch the running back. There's DJ McKinney out there right there for Jordan. He would have probably smashed him in real life. Let him go right there. Let him live, and just work upfield. Whew. Gonna love to see that in the ball game. Big Jordan Seaton on the pull from the left tackle position. He's scared. Give him the ball. Like top 5 pickish. Here we go right here. Nice throw right there off platform. Look like tried to get it to Sincere Brown. Broken up by R.J. Johnson. Good job right there by R.J. Transitioning from the safety spot to cornerback. Good throw with a guy in his face. Good job. Way to get there at the same time as the ball right here by R.J. Fine. Walter going way downtown, has DJ, or going for JoJo with DJ covering him. He's get back shoulder a little bit. Good adjustment by JoJo. Can't bring it in, though. Tough catch. Nice throw away from the DB. Unable to reel that one in right there by JoJo Williams.
You gotta have that, hey, that's on you, hey. That's you. No, hey, it's on you. You gotta have.
Okay, Prime telling the facts right there. You got to have that 8. All right, 2 linebackers in, 42 and 41. I like Salter right there. Let's go, Big Jaheim. Ooh, is that 90? That's Big TC or Big Otis. I think it's Big TC right there. Let's go. Work your moves, baby. Work your moves. Work your hand. You too, Q. Hands up when that ball come out too. Damn, completed. Look like that's O right there.
Hey, retrace, man. Retrace.
Got to understand where this team is going to be most dangerous at too. And it's going to be those quick passes, getting the ball out to your receivers, the guys in space who can make plays, your best athletes who can catch the ball and get upfield. There's Caleb Mathis right there. People asked about him when we were giving our starting lineup and depth chart basically for the wide receivers. What about Caleb? Well, you better watch out for Caleb because the silent assassin is going to be in that slot. And if he gets an opportunity, I can pretty much guarantee that he's going to do what he's supposed to do, be in the right places and make the catches. Oh, now Bahalia, Mississippi in the building. Right up the middle of the teeth of that defense right here. Big TC is right there. Getting outside to the track hawk. Bam! Getting upfield. Explosive runner right here. Good job by the linebackers being there. Get off the block right there by a big 9-9. Reach out with them hands. Grab some Michael Welch fighting through like he always do. Getting upfield. Continue to run. Good job. But just like Coach Prime said, we don't want you reaching too much. We want you to get in position. If you get in position, use your hands and your feet to get in position, all that reaching will be eliminated for the most part. Get low. Use your rip technique right here. He swimmed over the top of him. Boom. Now, run your feet to bring him down. Stop just reaching because he can break through those arm tackles. Don't get into the mode of just being a reacher. You want to hit him with your pads, dog. That's why you have high thudding. Dropping back, Julian Lewis looking downfield. Wide open lane right there to throw the ball. There was Terrell Timmons catching it. Like it was just a drag route. covered by Lil Mathis right there. Here's a run to the left side. Let's get in the backfield. Good job. Ball comes out. Can't have that. Price putting the ball on the ground. That's the fastest way to get to the bench, big dog. Hold that football. Good job by the defense to punch it out, though. Work your rip move. Get off the block, Big 90. U298. Get to the ball. That looks like Quincy Wiggins right there on the forced fumble, or even 1-3 look like. But good job by Wiggins, the action figure. Ready to go, baby. Like a WWE tag team champion. One half of a tag team champion. You know what I mean? Big Quincy Wiggins. Mata!
NCAA violation.
And Buchanan.
Man.
And new mate. Team U mate, as Mata called him.
Yeah.
What?
Bro, I gotta say,
It's like genuine. Like Kobe had them the other day.
what I gotta do to get some prints? I got you. What size you want? I'm a large. I got you.
I get ones that say
What
Chris on the back. I've seen them. They look so comfortable.
You see what I got on, man? The
Clean on him, man.
velvets. It's a beautiful thing.
Well off, you see it. Dub O.
We out here. Don't mind the shoes. Ain't about that. Should be wearing some 96s.
Taji Diamonds on his neck.
Yeah, Kenny Bar account. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm about to have my bro get something. Hold up.
Kill him, Lil Prime. Kill him, Lil Prime. Shout out to Coach David Kelly right here. All right, next we're gonna go to I think we can go ahead and go the pregame show footage, and then make a little bit of a announcement. Nothing major, just a little bit of an announcement. You know what I mean? Shouts out to AD Rick George, who was able to join us this morning on the morning run. You know, it was amazing interview. You know, really solidifying the morning run once again, as we've done this past 6-8 months, putting ourselves on the map. And then you have AD Rick George coming on. We've already had Lil Prime, Dion Jr. come on. We've had Big Prime come on. We've had multiple coaches, multiple players, unprecedented type access on the morning run. If y'all like the content, we appreciate you if you continue to support us. But we are asking, hey, if there's anybody who's looking to partner, get some advertising, maybe get a segment of someone on the show for your business. Maybe you can sponsor the ticker at the bottom of the screen. You know, maybe we have a Frontier Flights or Frontier Airlines ticker or something. Or, you know, we have the show sponsored by Frontier Airlines because we're always talking about landing the plane, something like that. Maybe we can have some type of hair extensions business, you know, something like that. Anybody in Colorado, Boulder, or nationwide that want to partner with us, let us know so we can move forward with it and continue with the show. And you guys can get some of this exposure too with the Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffs fans. All right.
Next up. I'm gonna show you.
Hold up. Is that my main man, Adam Mustard Tiger, back there coaching? Adam, you coaching? Look at Adam back there coaching. But no, these the Buffs for real, linebackers real. Shooting them hands when the offensive lineman coming trying to block you, you need to have a strong shoot right here to get off those blocks. I'm talking about stepping with that power foot, shooting those hands. Got to be explosive right here, dog. Back out.
Good. All right, here we go, right here.
Yeah, tag your favorite business. You got a business you would like to see on the morning run, on Big Dog Chico Show, on Uncle Chico. Tag them. Share our content. Let them know. Hey, we watch this and we like these guys, and y'all need to be on here. You understand me? It starts with you guys, our supporters. That's what we need. Look, Coach Hart, getting them guys right. All right, so I did bring this on as far as the linebackers go, because people are asking me, what are some of the position groups you might be concerned with, Chico, or you might be, very high on it and excited about? Well, we can name from DBs to wide receivers to defensive linemen to offensive linemen. But when you talk about the linebackers, a lot of people are kind of overlooking them or saying, I don't know if we have those guys in the middle that's going to be thumpers. That's going to be sideline to sideline. That's going to be able to lead this team. Who will it be? We still see Hughes, Jeremiah Brown rotating. You see French out there. You see Salter out there. Sean is out there also. I forget Sean's last name right now. But who's going to be the guy at linebacker? It's the question. And I think those guys are going to have to be a combination of run stoppers, sideline to sideline players, and just dogs in that middle, because you're going to have Georgia Tech trying to run the football. And, a guy like French, who was able to make a lot of behind the tackles for loss last season, excuse me. I think he had like 17 of them last season. That's going to be important this year, shooting those gaps and learning where to be and how to be, and just identifying those run plays and hitting them on the other side of the ball before they can get positive gains. That's going to be French's job, along with a guy like Reggie Hughes. I like Salter also. I like a bigger, stronger, thicker back, and that's what Salter is. You put him in there. Coach Hart been coaching him since he was like 19 years old, so he knows this kid. You put him in the ball game and see the production you can get from him. Reggie Hughes, a lighter linebacker, but can really fly around, get to the ball. I like him a lot. Came out of Jacksonville State, that is, in Alabama. So you got a lot of talent there. Who's going to be those guys? Max said, I've been watching Tech all week. They're definitely running the ball, Chico. Definitely. They're traditionally been a run team forever. So you're not going to see, shout out to Reggie Ball, and you're not going to see a lot of just airing it out from them, I don't think. I think it's going to be a heavy run game, and they're going to come in with the mindset of, Colorado, y'all want to be whatever your identity is this year. We're going to find out right now in this game, because we're going to make you we're going to try to pretty much duplicate the game plan that Kansas came in with last year and just run the ball down your throat and dare you to stop us and see, can you stop us? And that's why those linebackers are going to be so critical. That's why those defensive tackles, Big Barnes, Big Otis, Big Amari McNeil, Lightfoot, TC, Tarion Carter, all of those guys are going to be huge, essential, paramount for the success of the Colorado Buffaloes this season, because you're going to have to find a way to stop the run. And that's, talent, of course, technique, but that's mainly attitude. And that's what Coach Sapp was trying to preach to those guys last year. That's attitude, dog. You can't have no one coming there running the ball down your throat, force feeding you, so to speak, and you're not doing anything about it. You got to find a way to stop the bleeding, stop the runs, and that's attitude. I tell people all the time, I always go back to my playing days and whatever. When I was overseas and we getting ready to go in the Austrian Bowl, which is like the Super Bowl overseas, right? And number one team had this running back from America also, and they got online and said they're going to run the football on us. What? I said, hold up, coach. Time out, coach. I'm playing more defense this week. I know I'm on offense. I'm playing more defense this week. Why? Because I'm going to lead the team to say that they're not running the ball on us, dog. It's about having that attitude permeate through the whole defense. You got to translate that to the defense and let them know, defensive lineman, I'm behind you as a linebacker. We talking, we here. I got your back. You need to be here. It's a mindset, it's an attitude. And needless to say, no, those guys did not win the ball game. They did not come in there and run the ball on us because we had a different mentality than what they thought. And I think this season is going to have to be that type mindset for this defense for them to be successful, because I think teams are going to come in with the attitude, with the thought process that they're going to run the football. So you have to counter that as a defense and say, that won't happen. You're going to have to find another way to stop us. You understand me? Because running the football, that ain't going to happen. That's like somebody saying, I'm going to come in your house and punch you in the face. What you going to do about it? What? You better punch me around the corner. You better punch me at my friend's house. But you punch me in my house, that's a different ball game. That's something different. That's disrespectful to the utmost. What we doing? You gonna come in here and punch me? No, that ain't gonna happen. That can't happen. So that's the same thing with running the football. And I think, once we get into game week, which is gonna be like that, then I'm gonna really be doing some breakdowns and letting y'all know. But offensive or defensive line is on you guys. Linebackers is on you guys. Y'all gonna set the tone. So whoever those first two are that Coach Hart. Right. Appreciate that, T-Dub. For whoever those first two are for Coach Hart, who comes out there on the field, whether it's Salter and French, whether it's French and Brown, whether it's Brown and Hughes, whether it's whoever, you better get your mind right. You better have your mind on thumping. You feel me, big dog? Shout out to Montrez Walker also. He said he got something to say about this also. Whoever it is, though, have your mind right. Have your confidence right, because your D-line going to feed off of you, and they need to hear you behind them, correcting them, putting them in the right spots, letting them know, motivating them, letting them know that we're not going to tolerate runs. Defensive tackles. Y'all want to be taking on blocks and be blocked and be a magnet to blockers and not get off the blocks, not using rip moves, not having an attitude about getting to the ball carrier, then you need to come out the game too. We don't need no big bodies for nothing. Coach Prime got rid of big bodies as soon as he got up in there. He had some big bodies on that Colorado line that was original bust, but he got rid of them. Because if y'all don't want to get off blocks, y'all don't want to be block shedders and finding the football, what we got you here for, dog? You can't just be taking up space and letting the linebackers get blocked too. You have to be an absolute dog up front, man. And I mean that. Like this season, oh shit. That's why, hey, I don't need to go to no games for real. I don't need to be, man, because I'm just like I've been doing, it's going to break it down to the real. If I see you getting blocked out there, then I'm calling it. But I'm not calling it out to embarrass you. I'm calling out to get better, for the betterment of the team. The same way your teammate or your coach would do when they're watching film. Because that's exactly what they do when the game is over, they put the film on. Eye in the sky don't lie. So we're going to see what happened. Damn, they had a big run right here. D-tackle, you got to get off the block. That's what they're saying in practice. You have to get off the block. You have to fight through that. You can't let that happen. This happens because of you not doing your job. Now the offensive guard, chips on you and then gets up there. Now he got a full block on the linebacker instead of you doing your part in your gap, doing your thing, and not just, oh, I'm a big body. Man, you better get through. What the ball? That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. And everybody else will feed off you too, dog. You got to have an attitude on that defense, man. Yeah. I'm not about no soft, wet paper bag defense at all. Get your mind right. Or be on the sideline. Watch the game. Clap. Support. Be a cheerleader or something. Because if you can't stop the run, it's going to be a long day. You understand me? And I believe that's what they're preaching. Coach Hart, Coach Pecco, Coach Hilo, Coach Sapp. Hell, all the way to the DBs coach. Coach Rob Livingston, defensive coordinator. Coach Mathis, all of those guys are teaching, run to the football, get to the ball, stop the run. Chase after the football. You never know if somebody's going to cut back or fumble the ball. Get to the ball, stop the run. Cause turnovers. That's what we're begging for. That's what we're preaching for. That's what they're coaching out there this season. Soft and wet has no place in football. Exactly. Only thing that can be soft and wet in football is the damn field after a thunderstorm on natural grass. You understand me? That's it. I'm trying to think of anything else that need to be soft and squishy and charming soft in football. Nothing else, right? Only the ground when it's wet after rain. Or maybe your socks get wet, but other than that, man, hell. Oh, now Von Randall in the building. So that big bodies better get it done and stop the run. Yes, that's what it's about, dog. And this is not, I've seen some people, criticize folks and talk down on them. I don't have to talk down on them to encourage or ask for the best or say you need to get better. I don't have to talk down on you. I'm talking to you like a teammate or a coach, dog. We got to get better. This is what we got to do. Here's how we got to stop the run. If you're not getting off the block, you got to get off the block or you come on the sideline. That's what it is. We playing football, baby. It's not for the lighthearted. It's not for the weak. It's not for everybody. If it was for everybody, then everybody would be doing it. You understand me?
He ain't lying.
Come on now. Hey. It's damn near game week, dog. The intensity goes up to here even more. It's damn near game week, dog. You're going to hear a whole bunch more coming from either me and whoever else out there doing anything. But I'm definitely coming with it. You want me to keep coming? I'm going to keep on bringing it. Yes. Also, if you would like to sponsor the show, I keep on telling you guys, y'all would like to sponsor the show, you better get in now. Get in where you fit in, whether it's a small sponsorship, whether it's a small donation, whether it's a small advertisement, whatever it is, get it in on the show right now. Uncle Chico Live, The Morning Run Live, or even Big Dog Chico React right here. If you're going to the game, let me know in the chat. Put it out there. We're going to be doing some live shows during the game, right before kickoff. The first game is Friday. Kicks off right after the morning run will be going off. So we will have an amazing pre-show for you guys and then a post-show going down for y'all also. Real quick, couple little news points. One, running back Dallin Hayden is out with a hand injury right now for the Buffs. So we might be looking at Michael Welch or DeKalon Taylor starting the game this or next week. All right. Let me know what y'all think about that. Who y'all think should start? Should it be the track hawk? Should it be Michael Welch? What y'all thinking right there at the running back spot for the Buffs? Let me know. Let me know. DK the track hawk or Michael Welch as the starting running back. I think we all can say that Salter will probably more than likely be the starter week one over the younger Juju 5-star Lewis. But I think we will see Juju this season, whether it's the second and third game, Wyoming and Delaware. Hopefully we can smack them, beat the brakes off of them, and then Juju come in and do his thing. You know, I appreciate you, Von Randall. Yes, I think we'll see both of them in the backfield for sure. I think Welch will start, and then Trackhawk will come in and spell him. I think Welch will start, then Trackhawk come in and spell him versus Georgia Tech. As far as the offensive line goes, I would say this off the top of, let me pull this up too. Off the top of my head, offensive line, I'm going to go with big fellas up front. And I'm going to go Jordan Seaton at left tackle. I'm going to go big Xavier Hill at left guard. I'm going to go, it's a toss-up really at the center position, but I'm going to go Big McGill at the center position. I like him. Yaya and Tyler. Yaya's still learning. Tyler has a hand injury, so he might be playing more guard. Big 70 has been snapping more. He's not terrible or bad at all. He can play. So you have a lot of different rotations at that center position. We'll see. At the right guard position, I like Big Zai, Big Aki, Big Kareem. At that guard position, you got three guys who can really play at that right guard position. And then I'm going to go with the big, heavy-handed, big fella who's just as big as Coach Hageman right there. You see, I'm gonna go with Big Larry Johnson on that right side, right tackle. And you have experience behind him too with Big Philip Houston, who's coming off an injury. And then you have the former 4-star offensive tackle, Big Carday Smith, also who's out of Mobile, Alabama, one of the best to come out. So you see Big Zai right here. He can be interchangeable, whether he's at left guard or right guard also. Max said, Chico, is fullback still a position? I'd love to see Michael at that. Hey, good question right there. Fullback is definitely a position, but it's more hybrid now. Like you'll see like tight ends going back there, kind of like what I did in college. I was one of those. I was one of the first generation, one of the first wave of those guys who went from tight end to slot and to H-back, who can actually go lead block on the linebacker, who can line up in the slot and run routes against safeties and linebackers or DBs, and who can line up in line and block defensive ends and such. So the fullback position kind of became a hybrid position, and that's why they called it H-back, not halfback, but kind of like a hybrid back where you can play multiple positions and not have to, bring in different guys and change up the personnel just to change the formation. So, yes, fullback is still a position, but it's more hybrid. So you'll see an H-back, or you'll see maybe a guy wearing an 80s number actually playing that fullback position. But getting the ball and putting like a Michael Welch at fullback, I think Mike is a natural tailback. He's not there to be lead blocking. He's there to give him the ball and let him do his damn thing, get out of the way. Whether you have two tight ends blocking for him, or you bring in or you move a tight end to the fullback position behind the line of scrimmage to block for him. Either way it go, I think Mike is definitely a tailback running back. Savell Smalls would be the H-back of today. Exactly. That's what he is. He's an inline blocking tight end, and he can line up in that backfield. Not really a slot receiver type guy. That's what you could bring in big Zach Atkins for at that point when you want to get some mismatches and red zone type plays. Bring in big Zach, who formerly played wide receiver. You see him back there wearing number 85, and let him run some routes against those DBs and linebackers and such. So yeah, we got the personnel at pretty much every position. It just depends on what you want to really do. I got a fresh beat pack for you for the season. Hey man, holla at your dog, Big Beast Franklin. I appreciate you. You know what it is. Do your damn thing, dog. You cold-blooded with them beats. Also, hold up. Also, we have who we got? We got a couple of big-time guests lined up for the shows. Stay tuned for that. I can't announce one of them right now. But just know that they're big. As you see, big George Hageman right there. Just know that they're big. Pause. Stars are coming out next Friday. Yes, indeed, T-Dub. I won't be there. Hint, hint. But I will be there in spirit. We will be online right here. I'll be from the studio. Uncle Neely will be on the ground. I think Dukes will have his boots on the ground also. No pun intended. And we're going to bring you guys the best show that we can, the way that we do it, when we do it, how we do it. You understand me? Colorado Buffaloes football, Coach Prime, the best in-depth coverage that you can find online. The Morning Run on the Pregame Network, Big Dog Chico, and Unkin Chico live. You dig? I appreciate y'all spending y'all lunchtime with me or y'all afternoon, whatever it is with me, Ms. Dawn Duncan, that's the breaking news right there. For one, Dalen Hayden is out. For two, y'all can go catch the Rick George interview. For three, stay tuned for new, as you see him right there. What great timing. Stay tuned for new Wednesdays with Warrens live on the Morning Run. They're going to be live to where y'all can interact with Coach Sapp, Warren Sapp, the Hall of Famer on the Pregame Network. All right, we did one last season and it went well. So we was like, man, we might as well continue it and do it again. So y'all been asking for Wednesdays with Warren. Stay tuned for live Wednesdays with Warren, only as we can bring it to you on the Pregame Network. Big Dog Chico, Warren Sapp, Uncle Neely. That's one of three. Matter of fact, we're gonna do one of four. We got a fourth one for you guys. Let me see. Can I say that? Can I say? Okay, I won't say that. I'll say that. Let me ask y'all these questions right here, though. I got some questions to ask. Hey, man, shout out to Lamar Jackson. Hopefully he'll get right. He came out with a hand injury. Hey, Caden Salter. My hot take, my prediction. CU Buffs football, Caden Salter will lead all Big 12 quarterbacks in rushing yards, rushing TDs, and passing TDs this season. That's huge. That's a hot take right there. I'm calling it right now. Caden Salter, the quarterback, will lead the conference in rushing yards from a quarterback from the quarterback position. All right. We're going to go passing TDs because those runs are going to set up those passes, especially in the red zone and such. So those runs and those running TDs, rushing yards, and passing TDs is what I'm saying. Y'all want to argue? Let me know. God dog it. Because that's who I'm going with. That's who I'm riding with right there. Watch. It's going to be electric. And it's going to really turn on when the game comes. Y'all going to see when those live bullets come and how he can manipulate the pocket, get up out of there, out of those situations, find a running lane, and get upfield for 10 to 12 yards here and there. Bam, bam, bam. Keep the chains moving. Keep the defense off the field. All right? Resting your defense and running that clock. Less possessions for the opposing team, more possessions for us, constantly moving the chains. You got better weapons on the outside than what he had at Liberty. So you telling me that, come on, man, you got big-time red zone weapons in Sincere Brown and Hakeem Williams. You have Draylon Miller in the slot who can really make plays, run after the catch. You have the Swiss Army Knight, the human highlight film, Isaiah Hart, who playing everywhere. Then you bring in Mr. 36 touchdowns as a senior, National Player of the Year. That's Quentin Gibson. You have some weapons, Terrell Timmons. You have some weapons, X Farrakhan. You have some damn weapons on the outside, the Miller boys. We going up top this season, and you got a guy who can skirt out of that backfield and run the ball and pick up those first downs. So I appreciate y'all joining me one more time, man. I'm going to get up out of here quick, fast, and hurt. Let me land this plane real quick like. Thank y'all for joining me. I'm trying to get these numbers back up because we've been concentrating so much on the other shows and producing those shows on the pregame network. So I got to just get on here and be live with you guys sometimes. And sorry, I forgot the main announcement. My bad. Breaking news. My bad. Appreciate you, Debbie C. My bad. Prime Parents is back. And we starting out we have two lined up. One going to be Caden Salter. The other going to be Joseph Williams' mom. Stay tuned for that. My bad. My bad, Von. My bad, T-Dub. My bad, Debbie C. Prime Parents is back. Stay tuned. Game week coming next week. That's when we'll start it off, kicking it off. If y'all like that, put it in the chat right now. My bad. I held it too long. I did a Chico. Chico doing what Chico does. My bad. I come on here and announce everything else but that. Prime Parents is back, baby. Prime Parents is back. Put a Prime Parents, put a double P in the chat right now. Let me know that y'all are rocking with it, and we're going to continue to come. You understand me? We up out of this thing. Peace in the middle of these biggest dog of them all, Chico to the sea, in the place to be. Yeah, you be is not EU. Thank you very much so. Let's ride.
Contenders ain't got no relation. So what you win if ain't no reparation? How much you spending on your preparation? I'm about them binges so to win and be the motivation. Determination is intention plus the willpower. Real power, pressure you should feel. Ours bills tower. Over us, I overcome. I'm overcomes. I need direct transactions. Don't wanna wait till you load the funds. You hold the funds and Joseph come promote the Kirk, demote your son. I overthrow the CEO. I'm taking over some. The chosen one, you throw me one, you owe me two. You holding one, I'm holding you accountable. Act like you owe me one. Look, every lesson learned is a lesson taught. Every blessing earned is a blessing caught. Promise I'm meek and humble and grateful for every bit. The head is heavy, so your promise have a heavy fit.